And we live. It's the AMF show, episode 25. I'm here with my special guests, my brothers, Trini and Coach Tiff. Before I introduce them, just gonna give you all the brief updates that we got. Just want to let you all know, whoever's chimed in right now, if you want to see the full interview, go to YouTube, type in Bars and Hoops Radio, or you can watch it on Facebook. To listen to the audio, go to barsandhoopsradio.com or download the Bars and Hoops Radio app. The mentoring program is in our sixth week. We have a few weeks to go before we conclude it. We got a couple more workshops that we implementing. We still taking enrollment for that. Our development league, we're in week 4 of it, about spring session. We got 2 more weeks before our playoffs start. High school and middle school invitational is in progress. We actually have a forfeit going on right now. Know what I mean? Shout out to the team that wasn't there. We're removing you from the schedule. Shout out to our sponsors, Hillside Toyota. If you're interested in purchasing a vehicle, go to Hillside Toyota, ask for my guy Sal, tell him we sent you. Storytime Daycare in Queens Village for those that's looking for childcare. Holla at me and I'll connect you to Miss Karen. Shout out to my guy, Chef Corey, who caters events, does meal preps, prepares food, and brunches for daycare, schools, and private dinners. If you're interested in that service, I'll connect you to him. And most recent, There's Summer, group of guys, HBCU alums. They recently stopped by, had a conversation with our youth development group session. It was a great and powerful one. And then they presented us with a check at the end. So shout out to them. Their cookout. They have a big barbecue every single year. It's called There's Summer. I'll post the information on my Instagram. But this event has grown so big that they took it on tour. So they're in New York. They're in New York this June. They're in Atlanta in July. And in August, they're going to be in Houston. They're going to be Houston, Texas, and Washington, D.C. And we're going to all of them.
Right.
Sounds right.
Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to Stills and my dog Tiny and the rest of the Bars and Hoops family. Now I'm going to introduce my special guest, my brother Trent. Trent, one of the top guards out of the city. You know what I mean, alongside with my brother Tiff, who's one of our coaches, who's also one of our bigs that's been hooping for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? So I got both of them here with me today, and we just gonna get into it. So how's life treating you guys, man? What's going on? What's new?
Awesome, man. You know, everything's been going smooth. You know, we got Almighty Force going on. You know, our youngins.
Yeah.
You know, we're starting up.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is on our first tournament.
Yeah, the first.
You know what I mean? We ready to go. We've been getting them up for a while, putting in a lot of work with them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And either we gonna get punched in the face or we gonna wake up. One or the other. You know what I mean?
Fight back.
That's it. Fight back. That's it.
That's it. Let's go to with you, Trent.
I'm chilling, man. I'm happy, man.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm happy.
That's it.
Life
man.
is good.
Yeah, life is great.
You know, I call you on the, about what's going on with me, man. I'm happy. I'm in the process of that. So,
are you still hooping, man?
I am still hooping. I'm getting back into it shortly. You know what I mean? But little by little. But I am still hooping.
All right. So
I got a nice summer coming for somebody.
That's what I like to hear. One of the first things that I ask every guest when they come on is if you had to describe yourself using one word, what would that one word be and why? We can start with either direction and then you follow up.
Fearless.
Mm-hmm.
I done faced so much adversity.
Yeah.
In all facets of basketball, school, I'm saying life. I'm fearless.
That's a fact.
I'll probably say resilient. You know what I mean? Resilient being the fact that, you know our story, lost our pops young.
Yeah.
Had to step up, to be a big brother, father, / father to my little brother.
Yeah.
While I was still trying to hoop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
taking care of family, doing everything I had to do. So resilient would be a word that I would use for myself.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact, and I agree with both of you guys. So, with the words you decide, man, it best describes you both, man. Good stuff. All right, so I got like an icebreaker, 21 questions. I call it. Well, I ask 21 questions, kind of rapid fire. You guys will answer least amount of words as possible, or a single word. If you don't have an answer, you just pass on it. You know what I mean?
Got it.
We on Balls and Hoops Radio. Shout out to Balls and Hoops Radio again.
Shout out Balls and Hoops.
So we gonna tap into some entertainment stuff, as well as what we here for the basketball stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, cool. Favorite rap artist of all time?
Of all time?
All time.
Big.
Jay-Z.
All right. Favorite rap album?
Of all time or right now?
All time.
All time? That's hard.
I ain't even gonna lie. It may be Blueprint for me. Maybe Blueprint for me.
I might go a little different. Nas, probably Illmatic, maybe.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Queens.
Yeah, big Queens. Yeah. Favorite R&B artist or group of all time?
R&B gotta be Mary J, man.
Okay.
Love some Mary, man. Definitely.
They're gonna cancel me, but R. Kelly.
every Iona.
Oh, they said that too?
Every single one.
Yo, we thinking like.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. What song you listening to right now on repeat? Like a song that you throw on.
It's funny for
throw you in
me.
the zone. Yeah.
For me, is probably right now Future and Metro Boomin. I
Okay.
like that.
All right.
That's my joint right now. And I don't even listen to a lot of new school.
Yeah.
Like I'm an old school type of dude, but
Yeah.
that
joint
track
is going.
hard.
It's going.
Yeah, that track hard.
I ain't gonna lie. It's going.
For me, anything Conway the Machine put out.
Conway's nice.
Monster.
Monster, man.
Conway's
It's
a
my
problem.
guy.
All
Anything he put out.
All right. I skipped over this one, but favorite R&B album? I already know.
I know mine.
yours.
I know mine. You got it?
Nah, go ahead.
TP2. TP2 changed my life. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's funny because that's
TP2
exactly what I was gonna go with, but
TP2 was something I just put in the, you know what I mean, and
Right,
stepped back.
right.
It did everything else for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a fact.
TP. Yeah, for sure.
All
For
right.
sure.
All right. Favorite artist of today, any genre? Who you
Like
got?
I said, for me, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
you
Conway.
got Conway.
Yeah, Conway the Machine.
Yeah. Like I said, these new dudes ain't really for me,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
These new dudes ain't for me, man.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. I do my best to get into it, but
Yeah,
it's
it's rough,
It's
man.
very complicated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's tough.
Yeah. Top 2 favorite basketball movies.
He Got Game and Hoop Dreams.
Okay.
So for me, Hoop Dreams is one,
Yeah.
and Through the Fire.
Through the Fire.
Through the
That's a
Fire.
good one, too.
I'm trying to get a hold of a copy of that.
that's
They
a
currently.
took it
tough
off of
one.
YouTube,
Yeah,
man. They took
yeah.
it down.
Because I was just
Bassy,
watching.
y'all got to get that back up there,
Nah,
man.
I was
Like,
watching something. He was on Vlad, and I seen
he said he
him
took
saying-
it down,
Yeah,
yeah.
he took it down. Yeah.
But that right there,
I need that.
what?
Yeah,
Because we got to show the boys.
Yes,
that
we
I'm ready
have to.
I'm ready to have the joint in the yard.
Yes,
and throw up the big
that's
screen.
a fact.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Maybe he got a copy. I had
Yeah,
And I'm
definitely.
definitely pulling him.
Definitely got to.
Yeah.
As much as we in his tournament,
Yeah,
definitely.
that's a fact.
Let's
That's a
go.
fact. That's a fact. Favorite basketball team to watch of all time?
Of all time?
Yeah.
I'm a basketball historian, so I'm gonna go with Illinois, Darren Williams, and Luther Head.
So
They was cooking everybody, and they was undefeated.
Yeah.
They was undefeated until
Yeah.
they got to the tournament, obviously. But
Right.
they was cooking everybody.
Right.
if I had to, it would have to be the Raymond Felton, Sean May, and them UNC team. Like that
Yeah.
team was tough,
Yeah,
man.
they was tough.
Yeah, a
That
lot
was
of
a
that
tough
UNC team was tough, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right. Favorite basketball player of all time?
Chris Paul.
Okay.
Carmelo Anthony.
All right. Do you have a favorite team to watch play today?
NBA or college? If I go
You're
NBA, Celtics. I'm a Celtics fan. Yeah.
Guys, it's-
Everybody says
Yo,
that, right?
like,
Yeah.
had to
That's
take
why I
it-
had to look at
You
me
would
like
take me
that.
for a Celtics guy.
Nah,
Yeah,
he
man.
took me to. We went to
Had to take him
the
to a game,
yeah,
like
yeah.
with Derek. A couple of years ago, we went out to TD Arena
Yeah.
before they tore
When
it down.
Kyle
And
Quinn was
whatnot.
playing.
And then
Okay,
the Knicks was
alright,
playing. You
yeah.
know, I bleed blue and orange.
Yeah.
I'm a Knick. I'm a Knick all day
Yeah.
long. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So
Right.
that would be my team
Yeah,
all
when
day.
Kyle Quinn was playing.
Favorite basketball player currently in the league?
currently in the league.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum.
Tatum.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard for me to go against my guy Kyrie. It's my guy.
Yeah.
It's my guy, man.
Super tough.
Yeah, he's
It's
that
my
dude.
guy. Another one, my word, resilient.
Yeah.
Counting my man out. They thought it was over for him.
Right.
Back on his feet, doing what he do, man.
Delivering.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every game
Yes.
delivering. All right. If you had to describe your style of play using a player, whether they was in whether it's a college or pro currently or in the past, who would that be?
I used to get compared to Mark Jackson all the time.
Legendary.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Mark Jackson, like I would say that because controlling the floor, but I think I scored a little bit better than in a sense where I was a little bit more aggressive. Like college Mark Jackson, obviously, you can't.
Yeah.
You talking about Mark.
Right.
Yeah, see, for me, it probably would have been like Oak. It would have been Oak, you know what I mean?
Oak.
I hit them boards, you know what I mean?
Right.
I was undersized,
Right.
you know what I mean? And that was me. I was in the trenches.
Got it.
That's where I like to be.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact. What would you say is was your best year in terms of your ball career?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably my junior year in high school.
Okay.
Would you say? Yeah.
Probably, you hit your
my
stride
junior,
around.
yeah,
you hit
yeah.
your stride around.
I was
there.
coming for a lot of people that year.
Yeah, you hit your stride around.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah. I say it was the year my mom's in Trenton and my dad and I moved to Maryland. I was cooking that year, that my senior year, going to senior year, I was getting recruited heavily.
2000.
I was getting recruited heavily. I was doing my thing at ISA.
Yeah.
I had played with the Panthers and whatnot, helped them to the championship.
Yeah.
I was cooking around there.
Yeah.
That was me.
I remember 2000.
Yeah, it was me. Yeah.
2000.
Yeah.
Was career highs, if you can remember.
Career high.
Yeah.
I had a 42. I had triple double in the playoffs. PSAL playoffs. I had 42, 11, and 11.
Sheesh.
Yeah, he went. That was Canarsie, right? No, that was
Canarsie.
Canarsie, right? Yeah, Canarsie.
That's a crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
he went
you
off.
don't see that every day in high school.
No.
Yeah.
8-minute quarters.
8-minute quarters.
8-minute quarters.
That's what I'm saying.
8-minute
Like, what?
quarters. Yeah.
I tell Ron, for me, it was probably my what really jumped me into that star lineup my junior year. I had this is my senior year. Me, Cam, a nice little team over there. And he was bringing me off the bench in the beginning of the year. I was feeling away.
Yeah.
And I gave Wiley like 36 coming off the bench that year. Like
Right.
in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Change that up real quick.
You had to switch it up.
Yeah, change it up real quick.
All right. Who was the most skilled teammate you ever played with?
I got two.
Let's hear it.
Chris Wright went to Georgetown. Monster.
Yeah.
And Silver Landisburg, hands down.
Who you got to?
Me would probably be Show. What up? Show was different, man. I was watching it. It was brilliant, man. And probably Charlie Villanueva when we was with the Panthers. Charlie was a beast.
Charlie
was a beast. Yeah, Charlie was a beast. Yeah, Charlie was a beast.
Most skilled player you had to compete against, like gave you a tough time.
Malcolm Delaney. Hands down.
Yeah.
I was a sophomore.
And he was what grade?
He was a senior, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
He was a senior. We got a story for that. We come back to that.
Yeah.
I knew what a pro was my freshman year at Dozo. We played St. Joe's Metuchen, and we played Jason Williams.
I remember that.
I think he had 32 at halftime.
I remember that.
Halftime was crazy. And
everybody had a piece of that. Everybody had a piece of that for real.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's when I'm like, that's a
from
pro.
half too.
Yeah, that's a pro.
Crazy.
That's a pro.
So I wish your top two tournaments to play in coming up.
Coming up?
Yeah.
I don't know if they remember this one, but UDC.
Yeah.
UDC.
Phil mentioned that.
Yep. UDC and ISA. Come on, man. Come on. Sundays when Pete get on the mic.
Sunday ISA.
ISA. Come on, man.
Bring
your game, not your name. Like you know what I mean? If you wasn't there though, you wouldn't understand. But
that's a fact.
ISA, man, Pete on the mic. Different.
So for me, definitely ISA.
Yeah.
I'm seeing nothing but legends in there.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't get to touch into the almighty or unlimited. You know what I mean? I watched a lot of it at that time. I was playing though. I didn't really get to touch into that. But Citywide was another one I loved.
Citywide,
we run through it in Queens, but then you see everybody else outside.
Because if you win Queens, you go to
Citywide was a tough tournament. I love Citywide.
That was big time. If you didn't play basketball, would there have been a different sport?
Yeah, so we used to play softball too. I mean baseball.
Baseball.
Really? I know what his sport would be, but for me, probably football.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna be football. I played football, you know what I mean, as well as basketball going into college. So you know what I mean.
Right.
I was, I was fortunate enough to be able to do both. So yeah, football.
That's fine. All right. Kendrick or Drake?
Kendrick.
I would say Drake.
You go with Drake?
Yeah.
I'm going lyrically.
You go lyrically?
I'm going lyrically.
All right.
Kendrick.
How I feel about Cole and his apology though?
I ain't like that.
I'm totally all the way checked out with these dudes because they took it somewhere. I'm like, what are we doing now?
What
are we doing?
So we ain't even paying them too much attention.
Totally checked out with them dudes.
I ain't like that.
Yeah. They went crazy.
Yeah.
Do it. It's for the sport, right? Like,
yeah.
I ain't like that.
Exactly.
That's like subbing yourself out of the game. You know what I mean? Like somebody getting crazy, you sub yourself out. Your coach come in.
It's too much.
It's too much for me. Right?
What happened to the no Vaselines and the Ice Cube type? You know what I mean? I'm gonna kill you, and that's apologizing. We're not doing that.
Yeah,
like,
that was different.
Yeah,
that was different. What's your thoughts on Bronny and his next decision?
So for me,
we have these discussions every day.
Yeah, that's
every
fact.
day we talk about this.
Yeah.
Right.
So for me, he is a pro in the sense of the work that he puts in, his body, he's ready that way. I feel like he should have gave himself another year or two, you know what I mean? Or at least a year to really go and develop a little bit more. Unfortunately, he's going to get drafted, but I feel it's going to be the long run, you know what I mean, with him, just being LeBron Jr., he's going to get drafted, but he's his numbers don't lie, 40 something vert, you know what I mean? Those numbers don't lie because he's been doing that type of stuff for years with his pops, so those numbers don't lie at all.
I'm watching him in this summer league, like the combine.
Yeah.
And he's just in a different mood. I could just see it in him. Like you could tell he worked on his body.
He ready.
He ready. Like I feel like he's ready. Yeah. I ain't really, college was okay, but
I don't think USC was the right place for him though.
Yeah. It's really that's the most competitive.
Right.
I mean, it's very hard to go crazy in college, like stat
super
wise.
hard.
Definitely.
So I think in the pro setting, it's going to be a little. It's not going to be as challenging.
Right. He's going to be spaced out a little bit. Right,
you
got to get on.
He's playing with superstars,
and he's stupid athletic.
And his IQ is. I mean, like
IQ.
I've been coaching against him since he was in like the 5th, 6th grade, and his IQ was here when everybody else was here. You know what I mean? From 6th grade. So that's just one thing he gets from his pops.
Yeah, right. That's crazy.
All right, so Mo, that conclude our 21 questions. I mean, so pretty much what we are gonna do now is we're gonna jump into your basketball story, your journey. You know what I'm saying? So how I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna ask you, first off, what community, neighborhood do you come from, represent?
That's tough for me, man.
I know.
It ain't tough for me at all.
Because I'm Southside.
Jamaica, Queens.
You know what I mean? I'm South Jamaica, Queens. However,
Queens.
you know what I'm saying? I'm Northside too. Like I got, my guys over there. Like on the weekends, I would go over there.
Yeah.
He stayed in Southside way more. You know what I mean? I was in Southside. He went to school in Southside. Yeah. But I would go to the Northside. You know what I mean? For on the weekends.
Yeah.
So I was go with all those guys over there.
Right. All right. So, do you belong to a park? Because a lot of
absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of Queens, mostly Queens guys.
Yeah.
They represent a park.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Brooklyn, they represent the entire Brooklyn.
Right.
Or whatever.
Unless they get in their little area.
Yeah, that's the area. But Queens, people be belonging to parks.
True.
What parks do you guys belong to?
So I gotta claim both. I gotta honestly claim both.
Yeah.
I'm from on the north side, 147. That's my stomping grounds. Terra Dome. That's what we did over that side.
Yeah.
Ajax Park, without a doubt. Ajax Park was my beginning, man. I'm in developmental league, started there. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was it for me.
Right.
Rest in peace, my man Don. First one to take me under the wing.
Yeah, Coach Don.
Remember Pedal?
Yeah, pedal.
Right.
I
I
got
remember
him
he
on
used to come over,
Facebook.
lefty.
Yeah,
I mean, he used to come
lefty.
over there and think he was better than me too.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Pedal.
Yeah.
He just hit me up talking about am I getting a 35 and older team?
Yeah,
He
that's
ready to
dope.
play.
That's my guy, man.
Yeah,
That's my guy. That's what's up.
All right, so how was you introduced to the sport? How old was you when you was introduced to the sport, and what made you fall in love with it?
I was like probably like 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch my pops play. You know what I'm saying? Big Wayne play everywhere. We used to I remember when we probably got like 5 or 6, maybe a little bit older. We used to compete like who would get the tallest trophy.
Okay.
Or whatever. So he introduced it to us, man.
Right.
I fell in love with it just off the competitiveness of him. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I just
very competitive.
Yeah, super competitive.
Trent was before me for sure. Like, I didn't take it serious like that probably until I was like 10, 11.
Yeah.
And I think the drive for me was more so the proving my pops. Like, I seen how he would be with Trent. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I'm over here. You know what I mean? I got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was more for me at the beginning. Like, I'm just having fun with it.
Yeah.
But when it got competitive, was I'm gonna take Trent over here. What you mean you taking Trent? And, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm going too, but
right.
I gotta prove it to you that, you know what I mean, I'm not.
You serious about it, you ready to go.
Exactly.
And my pops said that your pops was on his first was on the very first Almighty Force basketball team.
That's what it is. That's dope. That's dope. That's why we here, man. That's why this is home, man.
We used to come from Maryland. Well, we come back to that story, but we used to come from Maryland. We used to just come, I'm about to play in the Ajax.
I'm like, my man, you ain't play all summer. How you in the championship? Like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on here?
How are you playing?
Rodney Pete and them suiting up.
Yeah.
Yo, give me a jersey. Like, what's going on? Like, you ain't play all summer, man.
Right.
Yeah, but that's why he brought us there, man. Right. Now, Ryan Shy, took me under the wing. You know what I mean? Next thing, I was playing under you. You know what I mean? That was the beginning, man. Like, the beginning was Almighty Force. Going into that park, proving who you was. I had Ike and them in there. I had all my guys in there that, I grew up with, like, getting it in. And I'm like, all right, well, let me start taking this a little bit more serious. You know what I mean? Around that time, that's when I really, really took my game, to that next level. Ajax Park, man.
Yeah. Legendary Ajax, man. All right, so real quick, you're gonna tell me all of the schools that you attended, from elementary through college, and then we're gonna fast track and we're gonna jump into the highlights and the achievements throughout that journey.
Got it. So for elementary school, I went to PS 136. And then in fifth grade, I left, and then I moved down to Maryland. Hence why I said Chris Wright, because I was down there in Maryland. Yeah. I went to Southwest Academy out there, which is in Woodlawn, like West Baltimore.
Yeah.
Came back, went to 192.
Okay.
From 192, I went to Holy Cross. From Holy Cross, I went to Cardozo. From Cardozo, I went to Iona.
Got it. All right, give me a rundown, Coach.
I started at PS 123 on the south side. Started at 123. You know what I mean? Half like third, fourth grade, went over the north side to 136. Went from 136, I went over to 192. I was playing over there, 192 with my man, Coach Peaks and them. Went from 192, and it was, I never forget, my first day, I was supposed to be going to Rice. Rice High School. And I was sitting in the park at Ajax, and the Clario came in the park, and he told my father, how does any of your kids go anywhere but Cardozo? My father was like, hey, listen, man, they was on them, gonna go to Rice.
Yeah.
Next day I was going to Cardozo.
He changed that up, huh?
Yeah, he did it to me too, though. It's funny because at Holy Cross, he was going crazy. Like, oh, how you go to Holy Cross? How you do this? Yeah. Now I wound up transferring to Cardozo too.
Next day,
that's my
I didn't even go to school the first day.
Ron changed a lot in my career.
Though. So what was it like playing for him?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. He was crazy. He's crazy about it.
Yeah.
He's really insane about this basketball. He know a lot.
Yeah.
He know a lot, man.
I tell people all the time, Ron is the best, hands down. I've played high school basketball, college basketball. I played it all. Ron is the best strategic guy to get you prepared for a game. Like, I tell you, he gave us college notes as far as the scouting report.
Yeah.
The scouting report's A1. A1.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
if anybody ever tell you about Ron's scouting reports, I'm quite sure it's all over the city. Everybody know his scouting report.
Right.
He's gonna dribble 2 times to the left, cross back right. Like,
That's
and
I
was
tell you,
on it to
I
that.
tell you a secret that a lot of people don't know about
Yeah.
Ron.
So,
You know he don't save numbers in his phone.
wow.
No
None.
number in
None.
his phone is saved. So if you call them, he's gonna know who you are.
That's wild.
It's wild, right? A lot of people don't know that.
He's a genius.
Genius.
He
No,
really is.
seriously,
He really
really
is.
is, man. He's extremely
He is,
smart.
man.
He's
Yeah,
extremely smart.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
be
he's,
to be
you
able
know,
to.
he's crazy, but
Really
he's
is.
extremely smart.
Yeah,
Really is.
I'm gonna
Real talk.
definitely get him up here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
definitely
man.
somebody
Legend.
on the list to have up here.
Yeah,
All
like,
right, so we went through elementary through high school.
right.
We're gonna jump into middle school a little bit. Throughout your middle school time, what was like? What I want to know what led up to. You explained already how you ended up going to Cardozo,
Mhm.
but I want to know what made Cardozo and the schools that you were going to attend say, I want this kid, and they was coming after you. Because I know that was we only named 2 schools each,
Right.
but there was other schools that was interested.
Yeah. So, well, from junior high school, so I was supposed to go to Mount Carmel in Harlem. They had Malcolm Pope. Who else was there? Kimber might have been there.
Kimber may have been there.
Kimber might have been there too.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But I was gonna go there. I don't know, for whatever reason, I didn't go there. But then what happened was I went to Maryland. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people didn't really know who I was at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So coming back from Maryland, you know what tragically happened.
Yeah.
You know, I just went to 192 just because it was the closest school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I actually got cut. Peaks cut me. My
Oh,
7th grade year. He cut me.
Okay.
He had Butter, Nathaniel Wilson.
Yeah.
And it's
Ed.
funny. Yeah, Ed Toussaint. Couple dudes,
Okay.
but but I got cut 7th grade.
Oh, okay.
That fueled the fire. That
It
fueled.
has to,
Yeah, that fueled my story.
because you did so much after that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What I want to touch on a little bit. I mean, so now you finish middle school, you're in high school.
Mhm.
Let's go step by step. I
Bet.
mean, what it was like in high school.
Bet. So my man Ed Toussaint, shout out to Ed. Ed came to the house and showed me hoop scoop rankings.
Yeah.
And he was 136. I would never ever forget this Ed. He was 136.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling.
Yeah.
Scrolling.
Yeah.
Scrolling. Don't see me nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm tight, fired up. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? 136? Not that Ed is not 136.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm nowhere to be found.
Like
No-
nowhere on the
nowhere.
map.
I'm looking at everybody. I'm talking about Drake Calloway, Kimber, Truck, all these names, Irv Walker, everybody
Everybody's on this
named
list.
that was somebody at that time
Right.
was on this list.
I believe that was Ron List too.
That was
Wasn't that
wrong.
Hoop
It
School?
was wrong
That
list.
was Hoop School.
Yeah,
That was Hoop School.
Yeah, right. That was Hoop School. That was his
Yeah.
list. Right, exactly. So that was another reason why I was like, nah, I'm not going to Dozo. That was another reason why. You know what I
Right,
mean? So
right.
I'm like, yo, he like, I'm going to Holy Cross. I'm like, Holy Cross.
Mm.
Like, you know what I mean? What happened was Bill Turnage, shout out to Bill, Wings head coach, now Holy Cross head coach.
Yeah.
Hit me like, yo, I'm about to get the job over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I want you to come over there.
Okay.
I'm like, yo, who's there? Blaze French.
Yeah.
We got this kid named Sylvan Landisberg.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah, I know Sil. And Ed Toussaint coming over there.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, bet, you know what? I'm gonna go over there.
Yeah.
And in that summer, I will never forget it. Me and Tiff I was in the lab every day.
Yeah.
You missed a step though. You
every
forget.
day.
You forget.
That's why you got to be
Bill,
because I might forget.
Nah, I got you. Bill was at St. Mary's first.
Yes.
Bill was at St. Mary's.
So hold on, let me bring
Bill-
it back. Let me bring
yeah,
because
yeah.
my story it ties back in.
Okay.
So real quick, I'm gonna jump forward. My Iona coach, Tim Cluse,
Yeah.
was the head coach at St. Mary's at this time.
Mm.
Right. You know what I'm saying? This is how things come in full circle.
Wow, yeah.
He was the head coach at St. Mary's.
Got
Bill
it.
was his top assistant.
Got
So
it.
they had Danny, Gil Montalvo, Danny Green, Gil
Kaheem
Montalvo,
Right. They was
Kaheem
loaded.
C. Wright,
Tyrone
Hester.
They was
They
loaded.
loaded. They were number one in the country.
They was
They
loaded.
they was number one in the country.
Yeah, Danny Shawty. They was loaded.
Right. So to go to St. Mary's, and it's an untold story people don't know. Me and Irv was gonna be in the backcourt at St. Mary's.
That'd have been crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Crazy.
Nuts.
We was at camp that summer.
Yeah.
Me and Irv was at
What?
camp that summer.
Yeah.
Me, Irv,
Ryan
Ma-
Pearson.
Ryan Pearson, Bird,
Yeah. That team was
Marquise
gonna be
Grant,
loaded.
AJ Rogers.
Yeah,
Went to
yeah.
St. Joe's.
Yeah, they was gonna be loaded over there.
It
St.
was
Mary's.
loaded.
Bill was bringing them in.
Yeah, we was loaded.
Yeah, Bill
So
was bringing them
yeah,
in.
right. That's what it was supposed to be first.
Damn.
For whatever reason, Bill. Well, what happened was Bill left.
He didn't. Okay.
He didn't
Yeah.
stay at St. Mary's.
All right.
He got the job at Holy Cross.
Got it.
So
Got
that's
it.
what
Got
made
it.
me.
All right.
That's
All
what
right.
made me go to Holy Cross.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Makes sense. Makes
You know
sense.
what I'm saying? So
So how does it go from Holy Cross to Dozo? Like, what grade is this happening?
So my freshman year in Holy Cross, we go to the chip. We lose to Irv Walker and them. Tight.
After beating them first.
After beating them, right?
Mhm.
So me and Irv went at it all throughout our whole career.
Yeah.
We go at it my freshman year. Me and Sylvan killing everybody. We had to go through Dave Arms, Reggie Davis
Right.
at Severian. We went through
trucking them
them at St. Ray's,
Yeah.
Kimbing them at Rice. Everybody. That year was loaded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All
And
right, competition.
Yeah,
right.
Class was strong. It's a strong class.
Shout out to Bill. He leaves Holy Cross.
Mhm.
Right. And I'm gonna give you the transparent story too, because you're my brother.
Yeah.
So what happened was one day we played Severian High School and Lloyd Desvine. Shout out to Lloyd too, because we over that now. But he kicks me off the bus. Like on the way to Severian.
Yeah.
Kicks me off the bus. Like,
Yeah.
yo, me and one of these kids get into a little altercation,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Nothing too crazy, but kicks me off the bus, middle of nowhere. I walk back to Holy Cross.
Interesting.
Right. I called my brother, my mother. Yo, he just kicked me off the bus or whatever. We drive to Severian.
I'm gonna stay peaceful on this.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
We drive.
yeah.
Nah, I gotta
I'm
give
gonna let
him.
him tell the story.
I gotta get the untold stories, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But so we drive to Severian or
Yeah.
whatever. So
You go to the game anyway.
we go to the game anyway, right? We go to the game. People don't know this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People, they think everything was peachy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I get cooked off the bus. And guys can tell you this, Sylvan Blizz, they can tell you these stories. We go to Severian. Severian, mind you, is the end of Arizona,
Yeah.
in the belt.
Yeah.
And our game started what, 5 o'clock?
Mhm.
Mind you, he kicked me off the bus like 3:45, 4 o'clock. So I gotta wait for them to come get me
Yeah.
and go all the way
In
out
the
there.
middle
So-
of nowhere.
Right, middle of nowhere. So we go out there, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We hash it out.
Yeah.
But ever since then, I just didn't trust her with my career.
No
You know what
way.
I'm saying?
Can't.
I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't,
How do you do that to a young person?
young
anyway?
guy at that time.
That,
you
that
know
was
what I'm
that was that was
You
my
losing your
issue. You
mind.
know what I
right,
mean?
Yeah.
right.
My mother talking to me the whole way there. Tiff,
Yeah,
keep
good.
it, you know what I mean? Keep your composure.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, man, it's different. We talking about a 14-year-old, 15-year-old kid. Like, you don't
Right.
do that to
Yeah,
somebody
right.
like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
That
Like
was
you said,
whack of him.
You know, at that time, you know, Lloyd, you know, that was his
Discipline.
way of disciplining.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
I
a
get
terrible
it. You
way
know what I
of
mean?
discipline,
But
man.
But well, mind you, so why this story is all full circle. Kevin Hamilton, who's one of Iona's leading scorers, that was my head coach at Holy Cross. He was missing for some reason that day or whatever, so he wasn't there.
Yeah.
So that's why that kind of went there. Lloyd was coaching us that day.
Okay.
The only game he coached.
Okay.
You know what
All
I'm
right.
saying? So
Got it.
that's crazy. Kevin Hamilton was a coach.
yeah,
I didn't even like
put that
full
to-
year.
Wow.
Yeah, one of Iona alums.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So, you know, that, you know, just to put it all full circle, right? Like Bill came into our lives through my father playing against him in Almighty Force tournament, and they had the 226.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how we met Bill was the man. They was calling him Dollar Bill at the time. Jump shot crazy.
Jump shot crazy.
Bill was-
Crazy.
remember he was playing with
15-footer.
he was playing with Tom and
Ridiculous.
Pete and them.
Yep.
Remember Tom and Pete and them?
Yeah.
He was playing with
Big-
them. He was
big
a
guys.
guard.
And he was cooking this game. I know the
Cooking,
game took
turning up. Bill was turning up.
Turned up.
And you know my father, you listen, no nonsense, nigga. You ain't gonna be talking shit, no
Yeah,
laughing.
Bill talking.
Paul, my
But
language,
Bill is, to paint the picture, Bill is fresh out of college,
Yeah.
coming out, and so he's still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's still moving around, right?
So Bill came. I believe Tom or Pete, one of them set a screen. My pops stood them up, boom, hit him right in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Bill go up in the air. My pops took him right out the air, boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, slammed
Right
him.
out the air, like yo, listen, that's
Slammed
over.
him.
That, you
Slammed him.
shoot
Boom.
from half is over, like
Slammed
over.
him.
Yeah, it's over.
Right,
So,
slammed him.
From that, you know, Bill stood his ground. You know what I mean? He wasn't no punk. You know what I mean? But you know, from that point on, we built a relationship with them. Like, you know, my father and them pieced it out or whatever.
Yeah.
And Bill has been like a advisor at that time, and then turned into a brother, because they basically our big brother right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was why we did everything in the model of, yo, Bill, you at St. Mary's? All right, we come to St. Mary's. Yo, Bill, you going to Holy Cross? That's why Trent going to Holy Cross. Like, that's how that happened, you know what I mean?
Understood.
So now we left with Lloyd, you know what I mean? Back in the the present, we left with Lloyd and Bill like, yo, I'm getting the wings job. And we like, Bill, we can't stay here if you ain't gonna be here. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm tight too because
they cooking at that time. You know, Trent a sophomore, Sylvan a sophomore.
Sylvan is,
you know what I mean? And it's like, Bill, if you're leaving, we got to make a decision on what we gonna do. You know what I mean? So
going to the Bronx.
Yeah,
so that came up. That came up. That's sure.
So you know, my mother at this time, she's still fresh off losing her husband. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she just couldn't see Trent going to the Bronx. You know what I mean? At that time, Bill wasn't working there yet.
Yeah.
Bill has started working there.
At this time.
Trinity's going to Wings. No question asked. He's never at Cardozo. We don't know that legacy. He's at Wings.
Right.
Yeah, I played with Jamie.
But Bill was still at 231 at the time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Bill said, he'd be able to come home with him. My mother was like, put him on the train to go to 134th and not happen. You know what I mean? Not happening. So that's why Trent wound up at Cardozo.
Okay. All right. Most memorable moments at Cardozo throughout that run.
Oh man. I had so many. I scored 1,000 points in 2 years.
That's nuts.
1,000 points in 2 years.
Some people ain't doing that their whole life.
Their whole life.
It's a fact.
In 4 years. Usually you get the ball.
No. Like you said, their whole life. They
life.
play basketball
that's a
from
fact.
9 to 25.
I said I wasn't gonna do it, but
you have to.
You know what I mean? But nah, man, because I love the guys, man, but a lot of stories wasn't told. Like I should have been in a lot more stories.
That's a fact.
I wasn't in a lot of people's stories.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
And respectfully to everybody, come on, man. Like I know when you heard Trinity Fields, you knew I was coming. You knew how I was 40, 30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And talking too at the same time.
Yeah.
It was gonna be one of them.
It's gonna be one of them. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be a long night.
It's gonna be a long night. Long night. So, you know what I mean? The fact that I scored 1,000 points in 2 years, man.
That's big time, man.
Right. You get the ball at your senior year, right? You get the basketball, say 1,000. Yeah, I got that 2 years. Real talk. So, and it's on PSAL.com. So everything I'm saying.
Just can't anybody want
to go check.
Where's the basketball right now?
It's in the trunk.
Yeah.
It's right in the trunk. I got it.
Yeah.
Still got it. You know what I'm saying? I keep it.
You have to.
You know what I'm saying? But it's everything I'm saying, you could be backed up. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact. I know what you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why I had you as my lead guard when we started doing, you know what I mean, tournaments and stuff like that. But I got this question for you. Imagine during that time, we knew anything about AAU, like how to form it, how to jump on the roll, like all those different things. Like, where will we be today?
You know, like hindsight is 2020, man. Yeah. Like if like social media, the whole we'd have pulled up in the Lambo or something because that's how it would have been. You know what I mean?
I love what's going on right now. Get that money.
Yeah, get to it.
Yo, Hood, if this was the case when I was in high school, you know what though? And I say that I don't even know if I could have handled that.
Yeah, it been too much.
It would have been. It might have been too much. I used to walk in places and people would literally be like, "Oh, that's true." Like for real.
Yeah.
You
know the Applebee's on 188th.
Yeah.
The one on 88th.
Pictures up in there.
It's still up there. Yeah, my pictures in there.
Yeah.
Like, people used to be calling, "Yo, see your brother picture." In there.
That's why I'm mad that I wasn't in a lot of people's stories. Like when you went to go eat,
but
the whole, took a date.
But the thing is about people in their stories, they only highlighting them.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? If they highlight anybody else, it's one of their best buddies.
Right. That's a fact.
Teammate. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So I give them that.
That's
you know, everybody's top fives is weird. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's their top five though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But I know what you did, and that's why you in the seat, because we needed to highlight that.
That's a fact, man. Like it was a couple stories that
1,000 points in 2 years.
1,000 points in 2 years.
That's one accomplishment, accolade. What else you got that come to mind?
As everybody that went to Cardozo, the killers that went there, top 5 in most points scored. Still with the triple double. Ronnie always says that. He always give you that.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, by the way.
Yeah.
This is what It's the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah,
because Jeff was the semis.
Yep.
It's the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm saying against a Division I guard that went to Hofstra.
Yeah.
Eves, that's my guy. So he had about 30, so I ain't came. But a Division I guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't against no.
You know
what I'm saying? No slouch team.
Yeah.
It went into double overtime.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the highlights. Man, I got so many, man. Winning the Queen's trip.
What about the
Jordan brand?
Yeah, how do you even get that? How do you get that opportunity?
So we had this like top 24 ESPN like rankings. So I got the jersey too.
Yeah,
I got selected for that. I think it was me, Irv, somebody, and Bird got selected for that.
Yeah,
and then I got selected for the Jordan Brand Classic.
Yeah,
rest in peace, Crump. He was the coach.
Mm-hmm.
He barely played me that game.
Let's go back. You gotta go back. Go back before the start of that.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if you remember. You remember you had the All-Star games and we used to come. Ali Vegas.
Oh yeah,
right.
So
Did we leave that for?
So that's
right.
What, yeah.
I was
so
late.
I was late.
That's what happened.
So
I was
now,
late. I was
so
late.
now my mom to this day mess with me.
I was late.
Yo, we got the Jordan Brand Classic and y'all over it. Like,
nah, because we love you.
I'm like,
I was late.
That's what I was about to lead into.
I was late.
None of this could be done. None of this could be done without Almighty. Right. So when you hit us up, like, yo, I need y'all to do that. I want you to coach it, Tiff. I want Trent to play.
That's it.
Yo, we playing, bro.
I had the Jordan Brand Classic that day. That day.
Jordan Brand Classic.
Yo, God is my witness. We walked in with KD and Michael Jordan.
That's a fact.
I walked in the tunnel with Michael Jordan and KD.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
I was late because I was running late.
By the time he got there, they had a.
They would have gave out the sneakers. They didn't have no picture of me. MJ went in the back. See, this is why I don't like telling. MJ went in the back.
Yeah.
Had to give me a different pair of sneakers. If you could pull this up online, I did not have the same sneakers on that everybody else had. MJ went to go in the back and gave me some joints.
That's big time, bro.
Yeah, MJ went to go give me the back. MJ.
Like, you listen, man, Almighty Force is always gonna be family because we
had to do that day.
We had to do that first.
Matter of fact, and when I played that day, I got the MVP too.
Yes, you did.
Talk about that.
You went crazy.
We ran out.
I ran out. Yeah, we gotta go. Right. We ran right.
Yeah.
Right. I ran back, man. For real.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. We was on the train. Yeah, because I left yesterday.
Yeah.
That's always gonna be my brother.
I appreciate that, man.
I
never knew that.
Never knew that story.
Right. You didn't know that one.
Right.
My mom's gave me hell about that for months. Yo, you knew that. Listen, man. Almighty Force is family. We got to do that. Like we got to do that.
That's a fact. That was my first like community event.
Yes.
And that joint was packed.
Packed in there.
It was packed. It was crazy.
Matter of fact, then we bring what's the name that went to Butler?
That wasn't to that. He played in Almighty Force game.
Okay.
Jordan.
I had a pro in your tournament too. My man went to Butler.
Yeah.
Jordan Gathers.
Wow.
He went somewhere else too.
He went to Saint Bonaventure.
St. Bonaventure and Butler. And then Butler.
Butler and St.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, he came in there.
You know, I appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all. I appreciate y'all still. I mean, you still holding it down, coaching with us.
We got the babies, man. You know, we got to do. You know, we got the babies going. So
that's a fact. That's a fact. All right. So, how'd you end up deciding on the college that you selected? Like, I know there was a lot of people on your radar. You was on theirs. You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah,
but
that's the story, man. That's the story.
Talk about that a little bit.
That's the enigma. So what happened was, so I had George Mason. So to give people the perspective, every school in my top 5 by my sophomore year in college, each one of those coaches left.
Got it.
So Fordham, Derek Wittenberg, he dipped. George Mason was Jim Larinaga, who's at Miami. Hofstra was David Duke, who went to Cardozo, but the head coach was I can't remember.
Tom.
I can't
with a P last name.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
I can't forget his.
I can't remember his name either.
They fresh off the Final Four that year too.
George Mason, you talking about? George Mason was fresh off the Final Four. Iona was Shaheem Holloway.
Yeah.
That's why I committed.
Yeah.
So what happened was I got a call from Bill one day, like, yo, what you think about Iona? I'll be honest with you, I didn't know Iona.
Yeah.
He like, yo, my man Shaheem Holloway.
Yeah.
He from Queens, legend.
Yeah.
Yo, he got the job over there. You know what I'm saying? Yo, check it out.
Right.
I knew that the head coach was coming from Louisville, was Kevin Willard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They recruited me like, yo, listen, man, we gonna, it's guard central over here.
Right.
Come have fun, basically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shaw recruited me. Was like, yo, come up there. I went up there, loved it. It was, it was close to home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? Cool, let's go do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I committed to Iona.
What was that transition like, high school to college?
It was the craziest transition.
Yeah.
So Milan Podanovic, shout out to my man Milan. He was there. He went to Malloy. So he was there before me or whatever. And they introduced me to college, man. I got there first day, threw up. First day.
Practice,
first day. It was college regimen.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I threw up the first day.
Right.
But I got used to it though, you know what I mean? As soon as I got on the court.
Yeah.
It was more the weights that was different for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The weights was different. But you know what I mean? Once I got on the court, it was,
right.
Back to normal.
Back to normal. Right. Let's talk about most memorable moments throughout your college run.
You know, mommy just said you left out. She just hit me. Say you ain't never even shout out when Nike came. We did the commercial when I.
We need more time.
What's up with that?
My fault. So let me go back.
Yeah.
So Nike came and that's my little man right there. Nike came and followed me around my senior year.
Was that your senior year? I think that was your senior year. No, James was still there. It was your junior year.
It was my junior year. Yeah, my junior year.
Okay.
Nike
shout
came,
out my man James Sutherland.
Yeah, shout out to James Sutherland. You know what I'm saying? He actually on the job now.
Oh, what?
Yeah, crazy.
Fire.
But Nike came follow me around, gave me a package, got me a nice documentary. You could see it on YouTube, Trinity Fields, Nike One Love. That's what it's called.
That's dope.
You ever saw it?
Nah, you never seen that? It's
first
first time, right? Untold stories, right?
Yeah.
Nike.
We gonna repost that whole joint.
Yeah. It's up there.
Yeah,
Nike One Love.
We gotta bring that back.
My junior year, man, they followed me around or whatever. Gave me a nice little package at the end. It's funny because I played against Lance on TV. Maybe like 2 weeks after that. I won't say his name. A LeBron guy. He's in LeBron camp right now.
Yeah.
Came through me a nice package or whatever.
Yeah.
You know
Why not? We shouting him out.
Right.
Shout out my man Paul Rivera.
Right. You ever seen what's the shop?
Yeah.
You see who started the shop? That's the Nike guy.
That's fire.
Yeah, fire. Paul Rivera. Shout out to Paul. Came through with the nice package, my man. Right. Yeah, so I played against Lance on SNY on TV that night. That came through show love.
That's love. That's love.
Yeah.
That's highlight your college moments. You know what I'm saying,
yo, so college, my freshman sophomore year was a learning experience. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
It was a traffic jam though. You know what I'm saying? It was me, Scott, and Mel.
Yeah.
And I hate to tell a story about Iona because it's gonna sound like hate.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna, what I mean? It's gonna be like, oh well, because they see what Scott is doing right now.
Right.
But Scott was getting his ass kicked every day.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Every day. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, if I'm not really just talking about myself, my man Jamel Jenkins that went to St. Pat's was in the backcourt with Corey Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
He was a monster.
Yeah.
He wasn't really getting no love like that neither. It was like I said, it was a traffic jam. That's what I want to say is a traffic jam.
Got it.
Y'all was loaded, man. You had a lot of guards.
You had a guard. You had a lot of guards. You know what I'm saying?
Heavy.
And then, but one of my highlights though, as far as like scoring or just like different places I played.
Yeah.
So my high was at Valparaiso. I think I had 17 at Valparaiso.
Yeah.
That was a good one. They down in Indiana.
Yeah.
Wisconsin and St. Thomas. That was another good one. I had a very.
That's why he need me here, man.
Yeah.
The TV game against Derrick Jones and
that's the next year. That's the sophomore year.
Okay.
That's the next year.
Okay.
Matter of fact, he's on the job too.
Oh,
he played for Dallas. I think I played him. Yeah, so he played in the league.
Yeah.
What's his last name again?
Jones, right?
Derrick. No. His name is Jones. forget
Jones, Damian Jones, Derrick Jones,
something like that.
That's
But he
fine.
played in the. He reminded me of Charles Jenkins. He's
Okay.
Charles
Yeah,
Jenkins.
He's
built
like Charles.
He's built like Charles.
He killed
Um,
that USF.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
killed South Florida.
Right.
Yep. That was a great game for me. But yeah, it was a traffic jam at Iona, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, like, if I could do it all over though, I'm not leaving.
Okay.
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying, if I could do it all over, I'm doing that again.
So what's after Iona? What's next on the
So
on
I
the list
played.
there?
So after Iona, I played in like a couple minor leagues.
Okay.
Played in ABA, Long Island. How long ago it was? Long Island something. But
Yeah.
I played with like Orb Scott.
Okay.
What's the name that went to Eric Ferguson?
Okay. Yeah.
Went to Arkansas. E Ferg,
Yeah, he's
tough. Him and Orb Scott,
Yeah.
super tough.
Yeah.
We played in like this ABA joint. Forget the team, man. Long Island joint. But played that for a little bit.
What's his name? James Ryan.
James Ryan.
James Ryan.
Yeah.
James
Yeah,
Ryan.
James Ryan.
Yeah.
Shout out to James. Then after that, man, I just seen reality. I'm
Okay.
like, this ain't really giving me no
Right.
paper, you know what I mean? Like no real paper.
Got
you know what I'm saying?
Got you. So,
No,
so you're going to the workforce.
I went into the workforce, baby.
That's what's up.
Happy
with
about
that.
that too. That was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah.
Real talk. Because I could have kept chasing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could have definitely kept chasing it. I
a
could have
lot
definitely.
of athletes they go at it for long periods of time,
Right.
and then not to say they realize it late, but later on,
Right.
when they could have had like a few years into
Right.
into a career. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And shout out to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep chasing it. But for me, it was more so like, I need the money now.
Yeah.
And I could do this for a sport. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
for rec.
for rec. But right now, this is not getting me no real paper. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
understood.
We had to grab his arm, Hood. We had to let him know, like,
Yeah,
listen, man, a lot of people could go get $700 a week doing this, playing in some third world country, not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
Or we can start our career now, and you know what I mean. I'm
Right.
like, yo, I'm out here. I'm ready with transit, doing my thing.
Yeah.
Let's take these tests, do what you need
Right,
to do. You know what I
right.
mean. Our moms and everybody who was supporting us and you know, not backing was strong behind that. Like, listen, y'all gonna take these tests
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
high school no matter what.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
And that was really what, you know, he had going for him, is that a lot of people say, keep going. And it's like the trend is there, but is it really there? You know what I mean? So,
and at the end of the day, you know the best thing about it? I went to school for free.
It's fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I see my partners now, because we could talk about it and see what I do. I'm in a different position now. So my partners now, we just all took the sergeant exam. We
Mhm.
all passed, right?
Yeah.
But they gotta pay for like credits and get their credits and
yeah,
do all that, right? Cool, no doubt.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting back like full circle.
Full circle.
Full circle,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
I don't gotta
beautiful
do that.
thing.
And I go shoot
Beautiful
the captain with a degree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's big time, man.
you know what I mean?
Congrats.
feel
on
good about
too.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's talk about Ajax real quick, man. Primetime Sundays. Like,
Primetime Sundays.
what you remember about it?
Everything. I remember everything about it. I'm mad that I never really got a chance to really get
tap
it in
into
there. Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I have no stories for myself, but I remember everything.
Yeah.
Primetime Sunday, I remember
but
everything.
for us, it was more so watching my pops and them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Watching, you know,
Yeah.
the DJ Clues and them come out.
Yeah.
You know,
Fire.
watching those type of.
Fire.
And we sitting there like, listen, this is Ajax Queens. Like,
Number one, you had to play in that first court. The first court.
Yeah,
Listen,
right.
come on, man.
it's prime, like you said, primetime Sunday.
Yeah.
We wasn't there. You know what I mean?
What y'all used to say? Primetime. Wow, man, I don't want to mess it up. He used to say he had to say it. Oh
He
man, but
definitely had to say.
he had to say it. I forget. Yeah, he had to say it.
Yeah.
Nah,
Ajax was what Dykeman, what
Gersh.
what all these tournaments are now.
Yeah.
Ajax was that
That's a
then.
fact.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for some unfortunate events,
Yeah.
nobody would have had a tournament like we had in Ajax.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
agree.
And that's just real talk. Like,
agree.
I'm not, you know, taking from nobody else,
Yeah.
but Ajax was that then. And I don't hear a lot of people really give it that type of
Nah,
credit.
nah.
Who was bringing Lala out?
Yeah.
Who was doing that?
Yeah.
It wasn't nobody
that's
doing
cool.
that before
Nah,
Ajax.
nobody.
What park she was sitting in?
Nah.
You know what I mean? Who you DJ Clue out with all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ferrari, everything lined
Yeah.
up out there. You know what I mean? Who was doing
He
that?
was bringing the NBA guys.
NBA.
Yes, Lenny
yeah.
Cook and them dudes was out there.
Yeah.
All them dudes out
Sean
there.
Marion. What's Sean
Yeah,
Marion
Sean
doing at
Marion.
Ajax Park?
And Ajax.
143, like for real. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
right,
ill,
right.
bro. Like,
All
that's
right,
ill.
so both of y'all give me your top 5 Ajax guys.
right off the rip.
Yeah.
You know, without a doubt, rest in peace, my father.
Yeah.
One of my top 5 ever. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Rodney P.
Ronnie P.
My guy.
What's my man? Kev Young. Kev Young.
Yeah.
Kev Young. My guy. A lot of guys don't got my man on this list, but Kyson.
Kyson, yeah.
My
Kyson is a top 5 guy
Kyson
for sure.
is my guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that 4. I don't even know who I would round it off with. You know what I mean?
I don't either.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was some killers.
Some people stop at 4 because
Right. It's right.
Because they don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a
Right.
So you going with the same 4?
Absolutely.
All right.
You put Kev Young in there, right?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, Kev Young, Ronnie P.
You go without, man.
My pops.
Yeah.
You always say Kyson.
That's my guy.
Kyson's nice.
That's
bro.
my guy. If I had to finish it off, maybe Javar. I mean, that was my era, you know what I mean, of watching those guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Maybe Javar.
Yeah, I had Javar. We gonna get him up here too.
Yeah.
Another Iona guy.
Yeah,
Right.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's fire. All right. 5 minutes left. A couple questions. Give me what you got. Advice you have to give to a parent and the student athlete. What advice would you give?
So for a parent, because I'm a parent now,
Yeah.
We're not going to the NBA tomorrow. Trust the process. Trust the process. It's a long process.
Yeah.
It's grueling, but trust it though.
Yeah.
If you don't cheat the game, it won't cheat you.
Right.
It won't. So that's what I would say to the parents.
Mhm.
For the kids, believe in yourself. Believe in what you could do. You know what I'm saying? If you feel you could do it and you worked on it,
Mhm.
believe in that.
That's a fact.
So he took that out of my book, right? You know what I mean? What's the name of my team? And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Trust the process.
Trust the
That's what I'm
process.
telling the parents. A lot of them don't have the patience to understand that Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah.
You gotta allow these kids to grow, man. Let them do their thing, man. And if I was telling a kid, hone into your own, do what you do, perfect your craft. Everybody don't have to be a 3-point shooter. Everybody don't have to, but whatever you're great at, let's perfect that.
Yeah.
And we could make everything else good around that. You
That's
know
a
what I
fact.
mean?
Kylo Quinn got cut up all the way up to junior year.
Wow.
Just made millions in the league.
Yep. That's a fact.
So
That's a fact. Motivational words that you would leave to our listeners that could be understood from a young person to an adult.
Motivational.
Something they could apply in their day-to-day life.
Let me go first.
I would have to give. I didn't create this, but Jerry Powell. Hard work beats talent. When talent doesn't work hard, you could be the most talented kid in the world.
Right.
But if you ain't working hard, it's a kid in Warsaw, Indiana.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's working
Very hard.
extremely hard.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to be in a farm. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He
That's a
doesn't want to
fact.
be over there.
That's a fact.
So I'm saying you got to work hard. What
Yeah.
you do in the dark comes to the light.
That's a fact.
So basically the same way how look when you resting and when you playing them games and you working your fingers, somebody else working on that jump shot, somebody else working on that handle,
Right.
somebody else working on their body.
Yep.
Consistent work, like my man, Coach Tommy said when he was up here, work works. You got to put that work in, man. If you really want to be that one,
That's a
Work
fact.
it
definitely
works.
That's a fact.
Work definitely works.
That's a fact, man. Listen, man, we got it in. Whole hour. We could go for hours.
yeah,
though.
we could.
on this
Listen,
journey.
I got stories I didn't even tell you.
Yeah.
We didn't go.
I didn't even go down the road of my pops. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I was
Nah,
starting to. We'd have been here for
appreciate you.
hours though, man.
I'm on in 2 weeks. I'm having all of the coaches come up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So everybody
Yep.
share how
Most
this came about.
Most
Right.
definitely.
I mean, because
Most
we still
definitely.
keeping the
I guess
name
I'm
going.
back then. I guess I'm
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
then,
yeah,
you know what I
absolutely,
mean? Yep,
absolutely.
yep,
You come through and
Right.
yep.
Just want to give one shout out.
Yeah, do your thing.
Class of 2055. Watch out. My girl holding him, but
Right.
watch out. 2055.
2055, man.
2055. He coming.
Yeah, that's
Coming.
a fact.
It's a
We putting
fact.
the ball in his hand
Already.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
It don't stop.
It don't stop.
That's a
man.
fact.
This Fields name is gonna go.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate y'all coming
Nah, I
on.
appreciate you,
Yeah,
bro.
It was a
Always.
good time, and we 100% gonna do it again, man.
Thank you,
No doubt.
bro.
Most
Thanks.
definitely.
It's the AMF show, episode 25. Coach J Vaughn, we out. It automatically is. I gotta end it.